Hey beautiful ladies, and thanks for tuning in to My Loves Makeup with Laura Basili. So today we're going to do more of a festive holiday look. So I've already got my face primed, my eyes primed, and my brows done. We are going to go ahead and get started. So first thing I'm going to use is some of my amazing powdered foundation. And I am just going to apply this directly onto my eyelid and get more of kind of like a base shade down to block out some of these veins, especially because I have lost a lot of my color from the summer. I am in winter mode right now, and so I have lost a lot of that beautiful bronzy color, so a lot of my veins are starting to show through. So we're going to block that out first. Alright, now that that is done, we're going to use some cream shadow. We are going to use the shade Tenacious today, which is a beautiful, beautiful, wrong one, beautiful bronze color. Do you see that? Super, super gorgeous. Amazing for this time of year. So I'm going to use my cream shadow brush and apply this directly onto my eyelid. So I'm just taking my cream shadow brush and dipping it in there. And I'm going to apply this directly onto my lid. And I'm doing more of a dabbing motion. Dabbing this on. If you have more of a hooded lid, what you can do is go right above that crease some. So I'm going to bring this just up over that crease. Okay, we're going to do this on both eyes. Do you guys see how beautiful this is so far? This color is absolutely amazing. And what I love about the cream shadows is it's super easy to apply, and you could be using just one color and you're set and done. Or you could add multiple colors. It does not matter. But this is a great product for beginners just learning how to do makeup because it's so easy to apply. Okay, so next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to run my finger up on that crease edge and just kind of soften that right now. Now these cream shadows dry to a nice powdered finish. And you do not have to worry about these suckers budging at all. They won't go anywhere. Next, I'm going to use the shade Astute, which is right here. This is one of the pressed shadows. It's a great transition shade. I use this or Discreet probably as my two transition shades I use all the time. So today we're going to use Astute with the blending brush. And I'm going to go right there and blend that right on that crease up towards my brow and really help this color kind of transition to the brow, okay? Tenacious has a really beautiful shimmer to it also. It's not super glittery, it just has like the perfect amount of shimmer. This Astute really helps kind of bring those two colors together. Awesome. All right, what do you think so far? It's looking good. All right, let's go ahead and start finishing with our eye. We are going to take Astute up underneath the eyelid too. So I'm going to use a smaller brush for that. Probably going to go ahead and stick with my crease brush. And I'm going to take Astute right up underneath the eye. Gorgeous. Next thing I'm going to do is use a touch of the shade Elegant Cream Shadow. Let me wipe off my cream shadow brush. I am literally going to take just a smidge to the inner corner on that bottom lid. I may draw it up to the top too. This is just going to kind of help open up that eye. And I'm being very light-handed with this. I'm not adding a lot at one time. I prefer to add a little and build as needed, rather than to apply too much at one time and try to take away. Just want a touch of lightness in that inner eye, keep things open. Beautiful. All right, so next let's do a little bit of liner. I am going to tight line. Tight lining is when you take your eyeliner to the inner part of your eye, okay? Inner part of that, the bottom of the eyelid, okay? So I'm just gonna lift that up. And I'm using the shade Perfect, which is just an awesome black. The most amazing black ever. Tight lining really helps to build a base for your lashes. If you want like that thicker, fuller lash, it really does start at the base. The first couple times you ever attempt this, it will be super ticklish. Once you get used to it, it won't bother you. But it is a learning game, guys. Awesome. So let's go ahead and finish this eye look. I'm going to curl my lashes real quick. I'm just using a Revlon curler. Eyelash curler, I should say. I'm going to take that right at the base. Now, if I were going to use a liquid eyeliner, I would not take my eyelash curler right to the base because it's just going to pick up that liquid eyeliner if I use it on the right on top of that lid, okay? So that's why if I do a tight line, I can get to that base. Next, we're going to use Epic Mascara. I'm going to use the shade Black. And my base shade, I'm going to focus on going to the base and working it all the way up. And this is just a light coat. I also use a mirror, a really short mirror down on my desk so that I can look down, and it helps my lashes from touching the beautiful shadows that we just put on and keeping them, minimizing them, I should say, from touching. If they do touch, no big deal. You can clean that up after it dries. Best to clean up once it's dried. Next, we're going to do our second coat. I'm not so much focusing on the base. I'm going just right above the base and working still all the way up to the tips. Some holiday glam going on, ladies. Next, I'm going to focus right mid-lash to the tips. And I'm going to focus more on the outer lash this time, not so much going to the inner. This will just really help open up the eyes and give more of like a butterfly effect. All right, let's do a little bit on our lower lash. And then we're going to start cleaning up and putting on our face. I just do one coat of mascara on the lower lash. And that's just personal preference. You can do as many as you want, girlfriends. Awesome. All right, let's get working on that face. So I am going to use BB cream in the shade Bisque. I love to use the BB cream first because it's a nice light coverage and it's moisturizing. It doesn't matter what time of year, moisture is always extremely important for your skin. So I will use BB cream year round. I'm going to take a beauty blender, spray a little bit of my Behold setting spray on there. You could just spray water on there, it doesn't matter. It just needs to be ever so lightly damp. And I'm just going to start beating this in. BB cream is going to give you a nice light coverage. So perfect again for beginners, or if you just need a quick something on your skin, this is amazing for that. And then I'm going to show you how to bump up the coverage just a touch in just a moment. I love to use this to clean up my eyes too. It is perfect. Again, I'm just going to continue really working this in until that coverage has really settled into my skin. All right, let me work around those eyes one more time, and then we're going to bump this coverage up. Now again, you could leave it here if you like a light coverage, or we're gonna bump up the base. All right, so we're going back to our powdered foundation. This is the shade Pomplin, which is exactly what I used before. I am going to use a Real Technique brush and just start dabbing that on. Already you can see that coverage bumping up. Again, I start with a little and then I work my way until I have had the desired amount. So you can stop at any time. And this is about perfect for what I desire. All right, so next we are going to use Beachfront Bronzer to kind of warm up our face. When we apply foundation, sometimes we kind of lose our natural facial structure because we kind of give like an even dimension rather than being able to see like the shadows. So we're just giving the shadows back using bronzer. I'm going to use the shade Sunset, and I'm going to use a blusher brush. First thing I'm going to do is apply that directly to my forehead. And you'll notice almost with all the products I dab, dab, dab. This is going to help add some warmth and again create those shadows back in your face. Right down my nose, the side of my nose. And then up underneath my cheekbone. I'm just dabbing and I'll blend out in here in just a moment. I don't apply any more before I add to my jawline because I want that super subtle. I'm very lightly blending this. And I will blend this right up into that hairline. All right, we're getting closer. So let's bump up this look with some blush. Okay, let's use Seductive. It's a little bit darker since we're doing more of a festive look around the holiday time. Most events are happening a little later in the evening. I'm going to use the shade Seductive. It's a pressed blush. And I am going to use my Powder Puff brush. These blushes are extremely pigmented. So I am telling you, start subtle. Right at the apple of my cheek, I am just going to barely dab. And I will do this a little at a time because I'm telling you, girlfriends, highly pigmented. This one product will last you forever. All right, I'm feeling good with that. Now, I want to add a little bit of luminizer. I am going to be out where there's lights and I just want my skin to be illuminating, especially this time of year, ladies. So I'm going to use Benevolent with a fan brush. And I'm going to put this right up underneath my brow. Right down the bridge of my nose. Cupid's bow. And then right on top of that cheekbone. This is the best part. Giving it to you, girls. Do you see that glow? Yes, Felicia. Get it, girl. Loving this. All right, ladies, let's bump up this look one last time with lips. So we are going to do a beautiful red lip. I'm going to start with some liner. And this is going to be the shade Primal or Primal. I have no idea how you say it. Potato, potato. And then we are going to finish this with the shade Excessive Lipstick. The most gorgeous red. All right, so that is today's beautiful festive look. I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for tuning in. And don't forget to share this video.